Welcome back to Marathon. I am Admin 1 of Any Effects, and we are on Level 2, Bigger Guns Nearby. That is quite telling. We are going to get the assault rifle. Oops. Incoming message from Leela. I am now in contact with a number of colonists planet-side, but the reports on the situation below are conflicting and obviously exaggerated. The primary medium-range radio antenna has been disabled or destroyed, which makes communication extremely difficult. The only thing which seems clear is that the spaceport was obliterated by low-yield nuclear weapons minutes after the attack on the Marathon began. This I can verify through my own optical instruments. The invaders seem to be more interested in the Marathon than the colony, at least in the short term. The motives behind their unprovoked attack are still unknown, however. This is the computer terminal you are using now. I cannot teleport you out of this section from here, so you will have to leave from another terminal after you find the assault rifle. There is an M75 assault rifle / grenade launcher and ammunition at this location. When firing on the fully automatic setting, this weapon is highly inaccurate, but the grenades hit hard and it's the best we can do right now. Ammunition may be scarce for a while, so be prepared to fall back to your pistol. That's good. I'm experienced enough with a pistol, at least in solo maps. Multiplayer games are another matter, but I don't feel bad about saying that because even the most experienced players I've noticed have a hard time of mastering pistols in multiplayer combat. Here's the terminal you must reach to leave this section. Alien infiltration of this area is high. Proceed with caution. You may find doors blocked or stairways retracted on the way, because the AI in control of these functions is damaged and behaving erratically. End of message. We will activate the stairs to that platform over there. I seem to recall that area normally having a compiler, but maybe that was specific to Marathon 1, Aleph 1. But I also remember it being there in the demo version of Marathon that included, of course, this level, the first level, and another level that in this full version you don't get into much later. Won't get into until much later, sorry. This is a little light switch. Dark. Light. Beauty. It even has that nice flicker. Hell with it. For those of you who don't know, a run punch does more damage than a stationary punch. Also, compilers, despite being more serious enemies, do have one weakness compared to the fighters, which is that they can't attack you faster than you can punch them. The fighters can do that. Speaking of compilers, there's a secret up there with assault rifle ammunition and 2 half-invisible compilers. That is, they are more like shades, not unlike the specter demons that you find in Doom. To get up there, I'm going to do the legendary grenade hop. And here they come. I'm going to recharge first before dealing with them, although I'm sure I'd still do fine. Oi! Where's the next one? Sorry for the scraping of my mouse. I don't currently have a mouse pad, but I will get one soon. Here come 3 compilers to drop out of those zoned off areas. See, there's another sudden enemy that I'm sure I'd have noticed if it was there before, but it spawned. Now, are you ready for some classic marathon literature? Look no further than this manual on doors. Marathon Internal Engineering Documents, Section 1C, Appendix H, Subject, Doors, by Estacia Orestes, Dominic I. Placar, and Urja Simbalzi. There are 5 basic door designs to be used on the marathon: outer bulkhead doors, airlock doors, inner bulkhead doors, tertiary or inner sealed non-vacuum safe doors, quaternary or inner powered automatic opening doors. Direct control of all doors except the tertiary and quaternary doors will be given to Durandal, with indirect control of all other doors going to Durandal. The difference between direct and indirect control primarily has to do with the manner of opening the doors. Durandal will only open a directly controlled door when he is specifically asked to do so. Indirectly controlled doors are automatically controlled by Durandal to open when needed. However, due to the expense involved with adding thermal and visual spectrum sensors to the tertiary and quaternary door groups, these doors will be minimally used. The expected savings of not using this extra sensory input is estimated to be 57% of the base cost of the basic inner bulkhead door. The types of doors are all basically the same with some slight variations. The doors in classes 1 and 3 are the same doors classified separately to distinguish between the level of safety checking required to assure acceptable leakage. The airlock doors are specifically modified to work with manual and remote activation switches. Airlocks are all to be marked with a specific airlock symbol and to be outfitted with an air recharge system. The tertiary and quaternary doors are designed exactly as the bulkhead doors, but are checked coarsely for air leakage. This article, as well as articles 530F and 532G on windows and elevators, respectively, will be placed for public access in the Marathon Internal Engineering Documents, Section 1C, Appendix H. Sprays interrupt, etc. Security breach. That is some classic literature right there. By the way, does anyone sense something looming? Like the combination of hyperfuturism gone awry and bureaucratic ignorance and hubris? Let's find out. That was great, though. If great marathon player Sharky Lino wrote that terminal message, he would have gone over Marathon's various washing machines and kitchen appliances. If you haven't seen any of his wonderful videos on such things, I recommend searching Sharky626. He's a marathoner, but that's besides the point with those videos. He's just a really good washing machine person. Alright. The Marathon's automated defenses were disabled during the initial attack by a directed magnetic pulse. The aliens used the same weapon to disable the Marathon's other two AIs, Durandal and Tycho, and to severely damage myself. Durandal is responsible for controlling the ship's autonomous functions. Doors, life support, kitchens, air, reprocessors, stairs, and so on. Because he is non-functional, I am working to assume as many of these tasks as possible. Keep in mind, if you remember, by the way, that in the opening terminal message of this level, she mentioned that the one responsible for much of the environment was behaving erratically. So, that's probably Durandal. Well, as far as you know, you the newcomer who is watching this, Tycho controls the science and engineering network. Now that you are better armed, our first priority is to reactivate the Marathon's defenses under my control so that we may offer some resistance to the aliens. I built 3 replacement circuit boards for the defense system, but cannot move them from the manufacturing center without assistance. I will now transport you to retrieve the replacement parts, and will give you further instructions when you arrive. Off we go.